Hey guys, I think I was having some technical difficulties, so I came back. Let's see if you guys jump back on. Give you a few minutes. Alex is watching. Let's see if Marsha and them can get back on. So it's not frozen now, is it, huh? Can you hear me? Is it frozen or can you hear me? It's not frozen. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead then. Let's see if somebody else come on. I may just go ahead. I'll go ahead and record this, and then they can always go back and watch the replay. It's good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, ladies. So, again, we're going to retract. All right. We're going to talk about strong but soft today. So, when this all came about, because I was out with a client, and, you know, everybody talks about relationships to me. And she mentions that whoever she ends up with, the guy's going to have to give her time to soften. She said, I've been running this ship my way for a long time. So it's hard to just turn that off. So, and that's what I guess I went to bed with that on my mind. Thanks, Marsha. Thanks for coming back. I guess I went to bed with that on my mind. So I woke up with this topic, strong but soft. And basically it's like, I did a previous scope on how hurt women become dominant women. And basically men want the same thing. Thank you. Men want the same thing we want, but we have trouble being vulnerable. It's part of our baggage. It's part of our baggage. It's part of our baggage that we bring from the old relationship into the new relationship. And this is what happens if we don't take the time to heal. That's why healing is so important in between relationships. You know, before you go on to the next one, you know, evaluate it. I mean, you know, have conversations like, okay, what I could have did better, what went wrong, you know, take a course, you know, pour back into yourself, you know, get yourself all the way back healed before going into the next relationship. And I think it will allow you to be more vulnerable. Not that you won't do it with resistance, because I mean, I did it, but I still did it with resistance, you know. And basically, Alex would say, I was waiting on the other shoe to drop, so to speak. He would say, I'm going to be the same way 3 months from now. I'm going to be the same way 6 months from now. But I'm like, you know, I just had that guard up. And I had that guard up because I'm like, okay. You know, I would say to him all the time, if you're just nice, you know, what's wrong? You know, but again, each of us learn through previous relationships and previous mistakes. So, you know, he was coming as a better person and I was coming as a better person. We just both had to trust who we were bringing to the table, right? So from my client, her asking me that question, hey, Tara. So basically, Tara, we're talking about strong but soft. So mostly all my friends are strong, and we have a hard time being vulnerable in relationships. It's like, basically, I tell people, what you focus on is what you attract. And so what happened is, in talking to another person in a different chat, it was a lady that said that she was going to jump out of dating in her race and try interracial dating because she felt that they were nicer. Those men were nicer to her. You know, they wanted relationships. Men in our race didn't want relationships. And basically, I wanted to get you guys' response to this, because it kind of went along with strong but soft. Because basically, I think men are men. It's nice people is not nice people in all relationships. You know, but we got to do the selection criteria. We got to weed through them. And that is what people don't want to do. They don't want to say next. They keep trying to make it work, keep trying to make it fit. So again, I go back to that, right? The same old thing. We can't make it fit, okay? But when we focus on what we want and it comes, what are we going to do? How are we going to be different? Are we going to be ready for it when it comes? Because basically the scenario before I got cut off is guys date multiple women. And some ladies date multiple guys. Okay. But if a guy is dating 3 women and all 3 of the women have strong personalities, all 3 of us have strong personalities, I think the one that's able to be vulnerable will rise to the top. We can't just be strong. Because like I said, in the previous scope, and you can go back on my page, hurt women become dominant women. So Tara, like yourself, you taking care of your daughter. You taking care of everything. I was taking care of my daughter. I was taking care of the house. You running a shop, you know, all of that. And then we get into the relationship and we running it. We in control. We doing it. We got everything going, you know, making it happen. But we don't know how to let somebody else come in and make it happen. Strong, but soft. So let's go back to the scenario. We out here dating. We out here single. We meeting people. You know, we're trying to see who's ready for a relationship. Guy got 3 women that he's seen. I won't say dating, that he's seen. So if all 3 of us are coming to the table with our strength, what's going to separate us? I'm talking about people that's looking for relationships. I ain't talking about people that's looking for hookups. I am never talking about that. I'm a relationship rehab specialist. I'm talking about relationships. What's going to separate us? That's what I need y'all to chime in and help us. I mean, what are y'all thinking about this? So we got one that's getting ready to go over and do the interracial dating because she's not finding what she's looking for in her own race. Well, I'm saying he's over there as well. But, you know, what are you focused on? What's your selection criteria? I mean, are you choosing or are you allowing the man to choose so that you already know before you start off the rip? He's already interested. That's half the battle right there. We ain't got to figure it out. He chose us. So now, what are we going to do with that? So when he doesn't look like what we want him to look like, are we going to just, most of us, be like, he ain't it? But I want you to take a minute and delve down, because if you go through the selection criteria, if you ask some questions, if you try to get to know people, if people are trying to get to know you, if the man is trying to get to know you, which is what we want, the one that wants the relationship is going to try to get to know you. If he really wants you, he should be trying to study you. You won't have to tell him nothing. If he's just watching and looking and learning, it's going to come out. It's going to come out in what he does, the little things. The little things. I need y'all to comment. I don't want to be a one-way conversation here. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking about the interracial? What do y'all think about the different guys? What are y'all thinking about guys dating multiples and one rising to the top? How is anybody else rising to the top? Because I know initially when I got out here, I'm like, okay, well, I know you got, if you're waiting on Friday to ask me out, then you date multiple women, right? I mean, you could be busy, but off the rip, we know if he's waiting on Friday to ask us out. Now, he done had all week. You know, Alex rose to the top because he would ask on Tuesday. He would ask on, Wednesday. He tried to get in. So he was interested. So if they're waiting for the weekend, then they're juggling. They're trying to see who's available. Maybe the first one wasn't available. Now you're available. But if you asking me on Friday, I'm not available. I'm busy. I'm going to go out with my kickball group or something. I'm going to go play tennis. I'm going to go do something. It says, can you guys hear me? Because it's saying connection issues. Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure I'm not frozen again. I had to get off and get back on. Yes, no. Can you hear me? Where y'all at? Can you hear me? Okay, thanks, hon. Thanks. You can hear me. Okay. So, I need to hear from you guys. I mean, this scope is a two-way. Yes. Okay, thanks, Marsha. Thanks. So what are you thinking, Marsha? I mean, you got your fairy tale now, but I mean, just help me in this conversation when you were out there. I mean, how did he rise to the top, or how did you rise to the top, and what you know, what he was looking for. I mean, if is what I'm saying, does it resonate? Because, I mean, a lot of times it's the strong versus the soft. And we can still be strong. I'm talking about knowing how to be strong and soft. That's what I'm talking about today. What are y'all thinking? Anybody? Nobody ain't got nothing to say today, huh? Okay. Nobody. Marsha, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe you ain't got nothing to say. You done got your fairy tale. There we go. He paid attention to everything. See, that's what he studied you. That's what I'm talking about. He studied you. Okay, but, you know, because this was a new relationship, you know, before you realized he was a fairy tale. Before you realized he was a fairy tale, how are you different? I mean, because I know you probably had your guard up from coming out of a different relationship. You know, did you let your guard down or did you have your guard up? Like me. Did he push through that? Because Alex was patient. He pushed through my guard being up. Yes. Okay, so what I'm saying, so you can resonate. Okay. But you kept pushing through and now you got your fairy tale. And this is one I want to put on record. This is one that got her fairy tale. Again, I want to say my tagline. I'm Stephanie Rochelle, your relationship rehab specialist. I help women win at love and relationships by helping them overcome obstacles that has them stuck. So that's why we're having these conversations every Monday. That's what Mindset Monday is all about. It's just a discussion. Putting it out there, getting it on the table, helping other people. You had your guard up and I was questioning and wondering, was he real? Me too. Me too. But, you know, luckily he was willing to keep pushing forward and show you who he was. Whereas, you know, some guys were like, okay, I ain't got time for this. They'll just go over to the next one. So sometimes, you know, you can mess it up. But see, that's when I know when you allow them to choose you, you know, they're already interested. So I think they're willing to push forward a little bit more versus us choosing them, ladies. That's what I'm asking the ladies out there in 2019. And let's not do that. Let's let the men choose us. I mean, you can decide whether or not you want to give him the time of day, but just let him choose. Let the men do the chasing. That's what I'm asking. That's what I want to talk about. I'm talking about strong but soft. It goes back to that. Again, strong but soft. It's some classy people on this line. Classy ladies. So I already know. But I want to make sure, again, because that's how the game is being played out here in 2019, how we're rising to the top, how we're winning at love and relationships. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about overcoming obstacles that has you stuck. You know, and if you got a girlfriend that you know that's going through this, please share. Please share. You know, Marsha, you already got your fairy tale. Please share, because this is for somebody else. Because mostly, like I said, mostly all of my friends were all strong. But the ones that are in relationships, they know how to turn that thing off. They know how to let the guy lead. They know how to let him lead. Now, we're not going to let you lead us down the river, though. Not going to let you lead us down the river. When I said he was going to be but I said he was going to come to me. Exactly. You know, and I'm all for, you know, I forgot to mention, I'm all for being nice, you know, to our man. I definitely, you know, treat my husband like a king and he treats me like a queen. But I forgot to mention the Lead with Love Challenge. This is week 2. Marsha, have you been leading with love? Tara, I don't know if you knew about that. Anybody else on the line? Last week, I came on Mondays. And for the month of February, I was telling everybody, this month, we're all going to lead with love. So it's so funny story. I was already downstairs working. Alice came downstairs. I greeted him with a big old hug. He was like, wait a minute. He said, wait a minute, let me turn around and come back down. I greeted him again with a great big hug. Now he knows about the lead with love because this is what we do. And I said, I'm leading with love. This is what I'm doing. So he bust out laughing. But again, even though this is something that he always tries to do for me, I always try to do for him, he still enjoyed getting that big old hug when he came down the steps. So again, men want what we want, but we have trouble being vulnerable. So instead of us always waiting on them to hug us or kiss us bye or whatever, I had the hug waiting when he came down the steps. This weekend, you guys saw us. We had a nice pre-Valentine weekend, because really this weekend coming up is Valentine's. Again, we had a great time. We had a great time dancing and just having a good time with friends. So we had the date. We got the date night in. You know, so these are the things. Leading with Love Challenge week 2. I'm making sure that, ladies, we are doing this. We are leading with love this month. Throw them off guard. Make them feel special. Because my husband always makes me feel special. So change it up. Change it up. It's our turn. Make them feel special. Even though Valentine is, quote, you know, for the ladies or whatever. Again, men want what we want. Hey, Nicole. We're talking about strong but soft. Strong but soft. I need some back and forth chatter. I've been talking to myself today a little bit. Marsha kind of helped me out. But basically, we're talking about men want what we want, but sometimes we have a hard time being vulnerable because it's part of our baggage from the previous relationship. So, and I know if you can resonate, or if you got some friends that this resonates with, please share, like. You know, tell them, I'm Stephanie Rochelle. I help people win at love and relationships by helping them overcoming obstacles that has them stuck. You know, I had to kind of come back on and start the live over because I was having some technical difficulties. So I apologize if I lost some people. You know, you can catch the replay. Hey, Katoria. We're talking about, yeah, there we go. We're talking about strong but soft, Katoria. Strong but soft. I said mostly all of my friends are strong. But I'm challenging us to be vulnerable. To be vulnerable in our relationships. You know, and if we're looking for a relationship, if we're single at the moment, you know, what we focus on is what we attract. So I'm asking you to allow the guy to choose you. Allow the guy to choose you, because then that's half the battle. You already know that he's interested. You know, I'm asking the married people to let men be men. But remember, this week is week 2 of the Lead with Love Challenge. The Lead with Love Challenge. This is week 2. So I want us to be definitely treating them like a king. And what's going to happen is you're going to see the response that you get from them from doing this, and you're going to want to continue to do it. So it's going to make better relationships, better marriages. And that's the goal. That's what I'm doing these scopes for. We just talking about different things. So in part of our discussion that you guys missed earlier, it was interracial dating. Interracial dating. It was a girl on the chat, and she felt like the grass was greener. So, and if you guys, so I got some more single ladies that chime in. If you guys want to chime in and help me with this, I don't know if you guys have crossed over. I never did, but I think it's good and bad in all races. I don't think that she needed to cross over. I think she could have continued saying next until she got to her fairy tale. And again, that's what I'm pushing. That's what I'm preaching. And that's what we don't do. We try to keep making it fit. So I would like to ask her, you know, why cross over, or were you continuing to try to make something wrong fit? You know, what were you focusing on? Because we attract, the law of attraction. We attract what we focus on. But think of the word attract. Attract means it comes to you. It comes to you. So again, it goes back to when you let the man choose you. When you let the man choose you, what you're focusing on will come to you. And then I want you to see, I want to talk about what, you know, what's happening after that. What are you getting? But you got to know what to do with it when it comes. You got to know what to do with it when it comes. You know, because again, the scenario I mentioned before, if he's dating multiple women, and guys are, and ladies are too, what's going to make you rise to the top? So if everybody is strong, and I just told you, mostly all my friends, we're all strong. We making it happen. So if everybody is strong, what's going to make you rise to the top? We got to bring something different. We got to bring something different. We got to bring something different. It's a lot of men out here that's looking for something different, you know, and I think we're all looking the same a lot of times, you know. So, you know, ultimately the man is the one who makes the choice, who decides to give you his name, who decides to ask you, you know, if you guys are going to go into this relationship. It's just going to be you and him. You know, it's not us. The man takes us on. The man takes us on. So if we're wanting him to choose us, if we're liking him, you think he's liking you, but you know, everybody trying to see. Everybody trying to see in 2019, 2018. Everybody trying to see. How are we going to rise to the top? And I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about nothing like that. I'm talking about old-fashioned relationships, getting to know one another. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about all that extra stuff. I'm talking about rising to the top without, you know, I'm talking about being different. Being different. Being different. Because everybody got somebody before they meet you. Everybody got somebody before they meet you. What y'all think? Interracial dating? I mean, does she need to cross over? Anybody experienced that? I hadn't experienced that, but that's just my belief. I don't believe she needed to cross over. I believe she just needed to continue to say next. Anybody's friends cross over? I mean, what's their experience? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Am I frozen again? Y'all keep got me thinking I'm frozen tonight, because ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm used to some chatter. Katoria? Y'all just gonna watch me tonight. Okay, anywho. I'm gonna get ready to sign off because you guys don't want to talk. I can't just keep giving you my points of view. So basically, I'm asking you guys just to be open. Be open and be optimistic while dating or while you're in a relationship. And be different. Thanks, babe. They just don't want to talk tonight. But I'm asking you, the way I'm summing this up by, I need you to be open. Be open to something different. Because again, maybe you're the type that you like to choose. So be open to something different. Allow the man to choose you. Sounds simple. It's so simple. It really is, Nicole, though. It really is. We make it difficult when we're trying to make it fit. It really should be easy. It really should be easy. When you find two people looking for the relationship, you know, because we're basically going to be looking for their actions. So, I mean, it's going to tell us real quick if they want a relationship or not. Action speaks louder than words. I don't care what you say. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you want me and I want you, meaning if you know, we're trying to make this a relationship, I should be doing nice things for you. I should be treating you with respect. You know, we all want the same thing. We all want love. We all want to hug and cuddle. And men want the exact same thing. The exact same thing. But if they're always running up against a brick wall, you're not going to rise to the top. No way. No way. And typically when they're hitting that brick wall, again, it's baggage. It's baggage. So I'm asking you to just be open. Be optimistic. Because again, I hear a lot of chatter, you know, nobody's getting what they want. I'm saying focus on what you want. Know what you want. And that's what you focus on. And see if it don't come to you. But when it comes, when it comes, I totally had to be open for change because he's 4 years younger. Let me see. Alex is like 3 years younger than me. It's working. You know, I mean, around a certain age, I don't think 4 or 5 years matter. In most cases, excuse me. Coughing. Yeah. So I'm glad you were open, because you would have missed it. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have to continue to work for it to continue to be the fairy tale, but it's worth it. It's worth working with the right one. What we don't want to work with is someone that's acts as a narcissist, has controlling behavior, and those things typically don't change. You know, I would say that people can change, but typically people like that, excuse me, they don't change. See, y'all been making me talk the whole time. Now my cough coming back. They don't change. You know, like I think what Steve Harvey says that, I mean, all guys change for that one. I believe that may be true. I believe that may be true. But I believe with that behavior, I'm sorry. Somebody would have to tell me something different. Yeah, I'm okay. I had a cold a couple weeks ago, and you know the cough is the last thing to go. So right before the live, I had a coughing fit. So I got some water here. But then, you know, we had the bad connection. So I actually been talking, you know, for like 45 minutes. So, yeah. So you guys are just listening to me tonight. But I hope what I'm talking about, strong but soft, resonates with some of you guys. Because I'm just telling you what people are coming to me talking about. You know, that's the discussions that ladies are having with me. You know, how do you do this and how do you do that? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to be open. You got to be open to change. You got to be open to change. And these scopes, sometimes I'm just starting the conversation, but I want you guys to go back and forth with me. You know, the relationship rehab part basically is because we need a conversation. If you were my client, if you weren't willing to discuss what's happening, how can I help you? So that's what this is for. Just kind of opening the dialogue, getting the conversation started, talking about different topics. I'm in a lot of different groups, and I'm just bringing it to the table, you know, what's really going out there, and just want you guys' feedback on what you've been through in your dating experience, or, you know, if you're having issues in marriage, if you're, you know, I've been through it all. So, you know, and when we go through things, I believe that God wants us to give back. And so that's what this live is for on Mondays. That's what the live that I do on Wednesdays, you know, with my partner is for, is keeping the dialogue open, because it's the only way that we can grow is to talk about it. So, and nobody is judging. You can feel however you want to say on here. It's just your opinion, but it's just dialogue. It's just getting the dialogue started. Getting the dialogue started, because what I have done is I have taken my what I've been through, and now I'm helping others go through it, because I'm not the only one. So when I'm giving back. So I mean, my clients, this is what we're doing. We're helping them get to the fairy tale, and we're making marriages better by leading with love. By leading with love. I mean, and again, I'm going back to what Nicole. It is simple. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's very simple. I mean, because you know, when you come up across a knucklehead, I mean, we can figure that one out. Basically by his action. His actions will not line up. So it's a next. Don't spend time. If the action does not line up, don't spend time. So it's no need to be that softer person with the knucklehead. It's no need. It's no need to make the change. He's not worth the change. He's not worth the change. We don't need to rise above when he's dating the multiples. You know, we can let them have that one. It's okay. It's the next. It's the next. That's what I teach. That is what I teach. And that is what is so hard for most people, because they try to make it work. But how about the next one is sitting right there? The next one is sitting right there. Hey, Angela. We kind of getting ready to chime off, but how about the next one is sitting right there just waiting? And he could have been your fairy tale. But you're going to miss him because you're still stuck on the one that you're trying to make work. So again, you guys coming in at the end, go back and catch the replay. Tonight we were talking about strong but soft. You know, how to rise to the top. You know, we had a little, we had some connection issues initially earlier, so I had to start it over. But I hope I still got my point across. And again, I want you guys to go forward and allow the guy to choose and be open and be optimistic when you're out here. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. And when it comes, be ready for it. Again, I'm Stephanie Rochelle. I appreciate your time. If anything I said resonated or can help somebody, please share, please like. It's very much appreciated. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you Wednesday right here at 8 o'clock. Talk to you soon. Hey, Tice, I'm getting out, babe. I'm done. You got to catch the replay. See you guys.